Is there sound this time? Is there sound this time? Yes, yes there is. I'm basically 5 minutes late tonight, because once again, no sound was being picked up. Look at this, folks, we finally get to move on. It's not Mewtwo on the screen anymore. So, I was actually mistaken previously. This is the same game that I hunted Mewtwo on, Ultra Moon. In the past, I kept on saying that on Ultra Sun, I already found Latias. But, yeah, that was wrong. It turns out Latias is Ultra Moon exclusive. I thought Ultra Sun... Wait, I thought Latias was Ultra Sun. But no, Latios. Latios is Ultra... I'm getting myself confused now. Latios is Ultra Sun. Latias is Ultra Moon. Kinda doesn't make sense to me. Feels like it would make more sense the other way around, but whatever. So I had previously found Latios in Ultra Sun. Not Latias. Listen, they look so similar. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to remember which one I found. So realizing this mistake, last night after I finished with Mewtwo, I had to really quickly, in this copy of Ultra Moon, find Latias. Thankfully I found it relatively quick, and in the process of looking for Latias, I found a shiny Stunfisk. And you know what, speaking of shinies, let me show you real quick. Because this is worth me showing you guys. So if you look here real quick, today in Pokemon Go, I got a Hundo Voltorb, and then I got a shiny Spoink, and then I got a costume shiny Sneasel. Once again, another female shiny Sneasel. This is what I got in Pokemon Go today. You know, I'm still hunting for Sneasel, and, well, this is not the shiny Sneasel I wanted. It is, once again, a female shiny Sneasel I gotten. But, hey, once again, I'm not giving up until I get the shiny I want. It has been over 2 weeks of non-stop hunting Hisuian Sneasel. And I will not stop until I get the one I want, which is a male one, because I already got 3 female shinies in a row. Whoops, I almost spilled my drink. I need to get used to, you know, training my brain to not expect green when I see a shiny. Instead, I need to expect to see, like, what color would you say this is for the shiny? Kind of like an orangey sunset kind of color, kind of like a peach color, like a peach candy color. I don't know, maybe like a mango sorbet color. What color would you say shiny Latias is? You know, it's a light orange with some hints of yellow to it. And you know, today was going pretty well. I got those stuff in Pokemon Go. It was a good day today. Today was pretty good, and then, well, after dinner, I started to feel not that great. I don't know, like, if you haven't noticed, past little while, you know, there would be just times and days where I just feel like queasy and nauseous throughout the day. And right now, it's exactly that feeling. It's like, oh man, why do I feel like I want to throw up? And, well, tomorrow morning I'm gonna have to wake up extra early. Tomorrow morning, my family is gonna go to the nearby Chinese temple to pray for Chinese New Year. Ugh. I don't even go to pray. I just go for basically the participation award. And it's not even a participation. What? Jesus Christ. Participation award I want. I basically go because I have to. You know, if it were up to me, I would not go. I would not waste my time and go. I don't even pray when I go. When everyone, tips their heads down, put their hands together, and does some wishes, I don't even do that. Though, it wouldn't hurt if I do. Even if I don't believe in all this stuff, I at least, I pray because why not, right? What's the harm it'll do? Every time I do this, even though I don't believe in this stuff anymore, not like I really did when it comes to the Chinese religions. What am I lost my train of thought. Yeah, whenever I just pray and make wishes towards the statues of pure gold, the, to pray to the gods or whatever, I always ask for the same basic stuff, which is like the most, human needs, the human desires to wish for. I wish for family health, I wish for family fortune. I also wish for, Billy to have a nice afterlife. Same with Grandpa. I mean, there's not really much else I ask for. I ask for family health, family wealth, and then I ask for loved ones to have a peaceful afterlife, and that's pretty much all I ask for. Today is also the 15th of January, so we are now one quarter. We are now a half into the first month. If my math is correct, wouldn't this mean we are 1/24th into the year? Because if we were 1 month in, we would be 1/12th. Because we're half into 1 month, wouldn't that be 1/24th? Do I have that math right? Anyways, hey, no shame in feedings here. Actually, I was hoping you'd show up because I thought of something that I wanted to ask you about. See if you remember this. Because a memory was unlocked the other day. And I wanted to ask you if you remember this, because you should have been there. I don't remember how I remembered this. I think it was literally looking at a loaf of bread at home. And that unlocked a memory of mine. Do you remember back when we had math class in high school? Do you remember one day, more towards the end of the year, or the end of the semester, our teacher, he brought his, basically, George Foreman, his panini press, and he offered all of us students, like, if you want if you want to use it, when I bring it in, bring in your own bread, bring in your own stuff. And then, I'll just press it down for you. Do you remember that? And then I remember I was the only student who brought bread and, I believe, a slice of cheese with butter. And I basically made a grilled cheese. I think I was the only student who took him up on his offer. I was the only student who brought bread, made a grilled cheese on the teacher's George Foreman he brought one day for high school math. Do you remember that? Let's see if it responds. In a second, I'll play some music. Right now, I'm just releasing all of the sneezels. All of the sneezels I hatched today. I know if I don't save the game, I can simply just restart the game and none of them will save. But what happened today was I accidentally connected online. And I think that actually does save the game. So, just in case, if it does or not, well, I'll just release them just to be safe. It takes like 2 minutes. Oh, no shame in feeding, didn't respond. And he left. I tried looking up Fluffy Bluff Galaxy. The first thing that showed up was Fluffy Black iPhone. I just played the game, and listening to this music makes me want to play it again. I believe I owe you guys a discussion on Arcane, as well as Secret Level. You know, before Shiny Mewtwo cut us off last time. Which is very much okay. I'll gladly be cut off mid-discussion if it means we get the Shiny. And I also figured, well, since the secret level episodes are so short, it wouldn't hurt if I talk about 2 at once, you know? 2 episodes at once. And besides, there's not really a lot to talk about regarding the episodes anyways. So, later today, I will talk about Arcane Episode 2, as well as Secret Level Episode 2 and 3. Let me just real quick set up a timer for more picnics. I have done, let's face it, at this point, probably like 50 different picnics. And, well, 3 shinies, all of them female. When all I need is 1 male and I get to go. I get to move on. So before we talk about these shows, I actually first want to talk about the Daredevil Born Again trailer. Because earlier today we finally got the trailer, the full trailer, for Daredevil Born Again, and oh my god, it looks so good. It looks great. I love it. Throughout the trailer, we get to hear this like organ music being played. Ooh, I love it. I absolutely love, you know, just the way the organ music can be made to sound sinister. I love it. So we see from the trailer that Wilson Fisk is indeed mayor of New York now. We saw that at the end of Echo that he was inspired to become mayor. We also see that Matt Murdock has basically given up being Daredevil, at least for the past little while, for the past several years. Well, that kind of explains why, you know, we didn't hear or see Daredevil for quite a long time. You know, because Daredevil essentially just went missing. You know, he stopped being in action. It was just Matt Murdock being a lawyer. It makes you question, like, what made him come back to being Daredevil? You know, there had to be a reason for that, even before his appearance in She-Hulk. Because he wasn't Daredevil in Spider-Man No Way Home. He was Matt Murdock. So in the trailer, we see Matt Murdock meeting up with Kingpin in a diner and just having a friendly conversation. We also see a bunch of characters return, which I'm so glad they went down this route. We see Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, we see Ben Poindexter back, we see Frank Castle back as well. We see all these characters back, and I am so happy. Can you guys believe at one point when they were developing Daredevil Born Again, they weren't going to bring back the characters besides, obviously, Daredevil and Kingpin? They weren't going to bring back any of the secondary characters. Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, Frank Castle. They weren't going to bring back any of them. What a stupid idea that would have been. And then they scrapped the original script and then they rewrote it to involve all the previous characters. I am so happy they brought back all the characters. I really am. So, you know, the question of was Daredevil going to retain its violent nature? Yes. Very much yes. there were a lot of violent moments in the show. In the show? In the trailer. I, for one, cannot wait. Like, seriously, I'm so excited for this. I'm more excited for this show than I am Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And you know, seeing the Born Again trailer really reminded me, oh yeah, I need to, not need to, but I really would like to rewatch the original 3 seasons. And if I have time, Punisher as well. Like, if I were to rewatch Daredevil, I would probably throw in Defenders as well, just because that is pretty Daredevil important. So yes, if I have enough time, I'll rewatch all 3 seasons of Daredevil, Defenders, and The Punisher, both seasons. I've only seen the shows a handful of times. I've seen season 1 and 2 of Daredevil more than season 3. I've only seen season 3 once. And I've also only seen both seasons of The Punisher once. So I don't remember too much about them. And, you know, since Daredevil Born Again is essentially going to be a season 4, a reboot, but still a season 4. Well, not a reboot, like a long, disjointed continuation. Yeah, like, rewatching the first 3 seasons would be pretty helpful. You know, I know people are gonna make the argument, you don't need to watch the first 3 seasons to understand everything, right? But I want to. But I choose to. I like understanding small references that people will completely miss if they didn't watch the first 3 seasons. Let's see what other music I can put on. How did this one go again? How did Little Root sound again? You know what? Sure. We're doing a Gen 3 shiny hunt. We may as well, you know, we may as well listen to some Gen 3 music. You guys remember the days of everyone clamoring for Gen 4 remakes? Well, we got them. They were a massive disappointment. Are you guys happy now, all you Gen 4 fanatics? Happy with your Gen 4 remakes? Because, you know, non-stop for years, I would hear nothing from the community but Gen 4 remakes this, Gen 4 remakes that. Well, Gen 4 remakes came and gone. And I actually don't hear a lot of people ask for Gen 5 remakes. Though I feel like Gen 5 remakes are going to happen at some point, but I don't think they're going to happen for quite a while. I think first, obviously, is Legends ZA, and then we will get the 10th generation, and then I feel like we'll get Gen 5 remakes. So Gen 5 remakes I feel like are still a couple years away. Maybe 2 to 3 years from now is when I would say Gen 5 remakes would happen. I'm sorry I keep on clearing my throat so much tonight. You know, I do get a gut feeling that Latias is going to be fast, like a fast hunt, much faster than Mewtwo was. I just have that gut feeling. Okay. I suppose let's get talking about those shows. So let's talk about Arcane. Arcane episode 2. I feel like this episode was much better than the first episode. You know, I wasn't really hooked with the first episode, although I will admit, second episode, it's getting better. Definitely is. It's getting much better. But still, I need something to really hook me in, really get me excited, like, ooh, the storyline's getting really good now. I want to see where this storyline's gonna go. So, this episode, we're introduced to a couple new characters. We're introduced to the character of Jace. Well, he's primarily the new character. We meet other characters, kind of like Victor and Caitlyn. And also, I just want to mention this first. Don't think I don't recognize this particular voice. And I have it pulled up right here. The voice of Grayson. Don't think I don't recognize that voice. I am so gonna butcher this name. Shore Agdashlu? Sora Agdashlu? Oh my god, I said that name so wrong. Yeah, don't think I don't recognize that voice. I literally just saw her as Nadia on the Penguin. So don't think I don't recognize that voice. So far, that's what, 4 voices I've recognized in the show? I just need a sip real quick. So we opened this episode with, you know, a perspective on the other side of the door. In the first episode, when our characters were, you know, conducting their heist on that penthouse, someone was trying to get back in. Someone was trying to open the door and prevent their belongings from being pillaged. Oh, and now we get the perspective from the other side. Who was, you know, all this stuff belonging to? Who was on the other side of the door trying to get back into his own experiments, I suppose. And we meet the character of Jace. You know, I will admit, like, this is just me being stupid. At first, I was a little confused when, you know, the enforcers were investigating what happened here after the rubble from the explosion. We see the character of Victor there. I kind of thought at first the place belonged to Victor. And then, you know, Jace was being blamed because he was there. I kind of had everything mixed up. No, the place belonged to Jace. All his experiments, all his belongings, all of that were Jace's. But anyways, so we see the other perspective, the other side of the door. Jace was trying to open the door. The explosion happens, he gets knocked out. And then we get a flashback to Jace's backstory. He and his mother, when they were younger, they were alone on a snowy mountaintop. Why they were in that position, I don't know. His mother collapses. If he didn't do something, they would both die in the, you know, the freezing blizzard mountaintop. So, as a young boy would think to do, he cried for help. This warlock, wizard, magic wielder guy, who we don't even learn his identity, at least not yet. I don't know if we ever will. He casts magic. He conducts a spell or whatever and brings them back to like a warm, open, sunny field. And then he gives Jace a little like pendant, and then he leaves. So that inspired young Jace to try to you know, wield magic because it saved his life. But supposedly magic is a no-no here. Because, well, first of all, Jace, he gets locked up because of his, I guess, unholy experiments trying to wield magic. He gets locked up for it. And then this little troll character shows up. Literally a character out of the movie Trolls. He's some sort of professor from their school, I suppose. And also one of the members of the council who will decide on his punishment. Well, the trial for Jace is here. You know, Jace pleads that he was trying to learn how to wield magic. By the sounds of the characters, and they make it sound like people are born with magic abilities. You know, they cannot be created artificially. And that little troll professor guy, he's just like, no, I have seen magic in the wrong hands before. Entire civilizations have fallen due to it. We cannot allow magic. Jace's mother speaks up to lighten his sentence. Instead of just being exiled from the town, what was the town's name? Piltover? Instead of being exiled, he's simply just expelled from the academy. Now Jace, well, he doesn't really know what to do. He has to give up on his dreams of magic, kinda. He's been exiled from school. He's no longer really allowed to see his friend Caitlin. Jace, well, he's literally about to take his own life, about to jump off a building. But then he's stopped by a character named Victor, who is actually intrigued by Jace's research and wants to help him out. Well, that's one storyline for the episode. Well, another storyline, our young heroes from the first episode. They're hanging out until these enforcers show up. They make a run for it. The character of Echo helps them escape. So, now, they don't like being basically subjugated under the rule of, I suppose, the wealthy in the upper city. There's hints of some sort of history that happened before. The people in the Undercity, they want to fight back the enforcers, cause a war. But, what was his name again? Vander, I already forgot his name. But Vander says, no, we tried that before, and we saw what happened. We get hints on what that could have been later on. Well, the enforcers actually search the bar, search the area, so the kids have to hide. Powder's almost found, but thankfully she's not. Oh yeah, Echo also reveals to the kids that Vander has a deal. Has a deal with the enforcers, and especially, Grayson. Yeah, I don't think her name was even said in the show yet, so I have to look up a character list. Well, Vi is actually quite determined to fight back. So Vi and Vander have a talk on the exact same bridge as, the opening scene from the first episode. It almost sounds like the previous revolution, led by Vander, was the opening scene to the show. And because of that, it caused the deaths of, Vi and Powder's parents. So Vander carries around a guilt that, he started a revolution before, and that led to the deaths of these kids' parents. And probably the deaths of a lot of other people. So it seems like that's what the opening scene was to the show. It was the initial, fighting back that Vander led. At least that's my guess. But, Vi's not buying it. She understands why Vander doesn't want to fight, but she still wants to. So by the end of the episode, Vi almost, softly says goodbye to everyone, and then she willingly lets herself get caught. And that's the end of the episode. However, a couple more things happened in this episode. We see that, that typical mustache twirling evil character with the one eye, whatever his name is. He has his purple super soldier serum, his purple compound V. He gives it to this kid, and then he turns into what looks like a Hulk monster. But we'll have to see where that goes. The storyline hasn't really gone anywhere just yet. Trying to think what else happened. Was that it? That's pretty much most of the episode. Unless I forgot about something again, like I did the deep storyline. Yeah, unless I'm forgetting something, that's pretty much it for the episode. Did you hear hints of an ad about to play? Oop. You know, the fact that I'm seeing this short right here, this YouTube short, that the fact that it's basically just Galaxy 2 playing through Flip Swap Galaxy without spinning, and this garnered like 18 million views. Are you serious? Simply playing Flip Swap Galaxy without spinning, and that has 18 million views on this short. Wow, 18.9 million, almost 19 million views on this short alone. Seriously? Not spinning on Flipsville. Not spinning on Flip Swap Galaxy is that interesting? Ugh, these stupid ads. You know, so far for Arcane, I kind of didn't expect the first couple of episodes to talk about the characters when they were younger. I didn't know that was going to be, you know, part of the story. So I'm really wondering, well, when am I going to get to the part where, you know, is like present day, where the characters are more grown up? Because that's what I was expecting to watch for this show. Well, it's just a curious question, because I don't know when it's going to happen. I didn't expect the kid storyline. Though I suppose you need to get through Child Link's story in Ocarina of Time before he takes the Master Sword and becomes an adult. So I need to get past this kid storyline first. I mean, it's not bad, you know. Excuse me, I'm just pouring some more water out. You know, it's not bad, it's just not what I expected. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing either. I'm just curious, like, when is what I was expecting going to start happening? I completely fucked up on collecting eggs. Whoops. I didn't pay attention to the timer. Let's see, what was the name of the song again? Was it Willpower? Well, actually, it's not exactly the song I was thinking of, but sure, let's listen to this. I was thinking of another battle theme. Okay, because I completely botched this picnic, I'm just gonna hatch whatever eggs I did get from it, and then I'll just do another picnic. I don't exactly have anything else to do after this. Probably just gonna go straight to bed. I need to wake up early tomorrow. You know, because I need to leave the house early tomorrow, that means I need to wake up extra early tomorrow. Not only to get ready, but to also give my body and the rest of my body enough time so that I can actually take a poo in the morning before going out. Is that TMI? Too bad. You're welcome for now knowing. You know, I don't want to take a dump at the dirty-ass Chinese temple public bathroom. Alright, so I have, let's see, I have 54 eggs to hatch. It's not bad, but it could have been better, you know, had I paid attention to the timer. A friend of mine sent a post into our group chat earlier today, or literally earlier tonight. The post reads, "Guys, my mom stopped saying when you get a girlfriend and started saying if." And you know, he asked, "Guys, have you guys reached this stage yet?" I didn't reply, but yes. Yes, I have basically reached that stage. My parents have stopped saying when, and they have said if you get a girlfriend. Fuck! Yeah, I'm doomed. Oh, music's over. You ever wonder when Pokemon is gonna, you know, essentially run out of different things to pair as for their titles? Red and Blue, Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, Scarlet and Violet. You wonder when they're gonna run out of those? Until they do the more outlandish things like Pokemon Up and Down, Pokemon Left and Right, Pokemon Right and Wrong. Can you imagine that one? Pokemon Right version and Pokemon Wrong version? Yeah, I want that Pokemon Wrong version. The legendary Pokemon that represents everything wrong. Yeah, that's an awesome design. You know, who knows? We're gonna be close to getting Pokemon Republicans and Pokemon Democrats. Pokemon Democrats and Pokemon... I can't even say it. Pokemon Democrats and Pokemon Republicans. Just gonna be a politician Pokemon in a suit. Like, when are we gonna get, like, I don't know, Pokemon Hands and Pokemon Feet? Yeah, everyone's gonna go for Pokemon Feet version. More than likely, probably Purple Cliff. You know, every now and then, I'll remember the moment Chugga Conroy got shiny coughing, and then I'll look up the clip, and then I'll see in a compilation video, like I did earlier today. You know, I remember the day when Nintendo Capri Sun got a shiny Meryl. That was like 10 years ago. My god. I actually didn't look it up. When did he play Pokemon Sapphire? Because that was before ORAS, which was, you know, like 9 years ago. Did I miscenter this? Oh, damn it. Oh my god, it was more than 10 years. It was 11 years ago. Oh, I remember watching that playthrough. That LP. I remember watching Nintendo Capri Sun play Pokemon Sapphire as, you know, as he was releasing new parts. That was 11 years ago. And, you know, the year hasn't updated yet, so that was more so 12 years ago. When was the first one, actually? Hold on, let me recenter this. When was the first one of that? When did he post the first part to Pokemon Sapphire Blind? A part of me wants to watch this again. Yeah, July 2nd. July 2nd, 2013. Oh, I didn't realize it was July 2nd. But yeah, when it hits July 2nd, it will have been 12 years since he played that. My god, I watched him play this 12 years ago. It doesn't feel like 12 years ago. Oh. Oh, don't I feel old. I watched him play this game 12 years ago. And I remember it as if it didn't happen that long ago. How has it been 12 years? I wasn't even in high school 12 years ago. Unless I'm misremembering and I didn't watch it as he was releasing new videos, but I'm sure I was. I remember waiting for new parts. I'm almost tempted to just watch this playlist again. I mean, how many people online? Let's be honest, okay? How many people online watch a video game playthrough that was over a decade ago? How many people actually do that? You know, for nostalgic reasons, does anyone actually do that? What other music can I play? Let's see. Oh, you know what I just got reminded of that I may want to listen to again? The gym battle theme of Sword and Shield. Oh man, it's been a long time since I heard that. Let's listen to that after. Before we do, I suppose now is a good time to talk about the 2 secret level episodes. I gotta say, both of these were much better than the first episode. I didn't really like that first episode. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't really for me. I didn't really understand anything happening in that first episode. With the second and third one, I at least understand the storylines, even without playing the games. Which, yes, episode 2 is based off the game Sifu. I have not played Sifu, however, I did watch some gameplay of it. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about the basic premise of the game. I completely forgot about it. Being, you know, the main character dies, he comes back, but ages every time. I kind of completely forgot about that. So the episode opens up with our main character, whose name I don't even know. He's eating at this, like, small little dumpling restaurant that is run by a single old lady who said she put 60 years of her life into her dumpling recipe. I gotta say, just visually, those dumplings looks bomb as hell. Damn, 60 years put into those dumplings? God damn, I want to try it. As he's digging into his single dumpling on his plate, as well as playing a board game with the old lady, he notices a couple of goons with, like, certain markings on their bodies that trigger like a flashback to his childhood trauma. So he goes after them. He fights a couple of them in a dance club. He kills some of them, and then he gets killed himself, but then, you know, he comes back a little bit aged, a little bit older. A chase ensues, and then he ends up at this, like, high up glass bridge. So he has to fight a gang of people. He gets killed a couple of times, constantly coming back, older each time. You know, trying to chase the, I don't know, the head of the organization, I guess. He eventually catches up to him, and then they cut away from the fight. Which I gotta say as well, I'm at least glad that every episode isn't the same animation style. Because episode 1 was very realistic 3D CGI, borderline uncanny when it came to the human faces. But then episode 2, it kind of had more of an arcane style of animation. It looked really good, and so did the fight scenes. You know, the hand-to-hand combat fight scenes looked really good as well. Well, by the end of the episode, because, you know, the big fight happened off-screen, presumably he died a good handful of times. Because the next day, he goes back to that same dumpling restaurant, an elderly man, ordering 4 dumplings this time. The old lady's like, I think I've met your grandson. He looks like you, but younger. Is he okay? He's fine. He tells me this is the best... He tells me this place has the best dumplings in the city. You bet your ass. Like, damn, lady. And then, oof, making my mouth water even more. Not only the fresh steamed dumplings with 60 years put into them, the fresh chopped green onions on top, and then, you know, fresh snipped plant. I don't even know what plant that was, honestly. But, like, ooh, the fresh herbs on top. God damn, I want to taste so badly. It looks so good. But thanks to a little, like, trick he does with the chopsticks, the old lady actually recognizes him. And then the episode ends. It was a really good episode. I liked it a lot. Especially compared to the first episode. I know nothing of Dungeons and Dragons. I know very little of Sifu. You know, I haven't played the game myself, but I did watch a little bit of gameplay. Episode 3, however, while, once again, I never played the game, I never even heard of the game until this episode. Let's see, episode 3. Supposedly there's also a Concord episode. Oh, I can't wait to see that one. Okay, episode 3 is based on a game called New World. It's like an open RPG game. I could have that wrong. Actually, let me look it up. Yeah, so episode 3 is based on like New World Aternum. New World Aternum. I've never heard of this game before. Yeah, it is like an RPG. Yeah, I never heard of this game before. Never heard of this game before, never seen it before. This was my first time even, you know, seeing anything about the game. So episode 3, this guy... Oh, first of all, also, there's a couple of notable actors voiced some characters in this episode. Gabriel Luna was in this episode, as well as the legend Arnold Schwarzenegger himself was in this episode. Well, not inside the episode, he was voiced in the episode. So yeah, a couple of voices I recognized. Or more so, names. I didn't really recognize Gabriel Luna's voice at all until I saw the cast. So anyways, so episode 3, we follow this dude. I don't even know the characters' names. He's almost like a conqueror. He wants to be king of new lands. His entire ship goes down, so is his entire crew, leaving him and his one older guy friend left, who only has one arm. Also, the animation style went back to episode 1's, more realistic 3D. At least this time it's not as uncanny. So, it looks like the premise for this episode is they're washed up on an island, and every time they die, well, they come back. Now, I don't know if it's like every time you die, you come back, or if it's like a Groundhog Day, the day loops over and over. I suppose everyone else, all the other characters, just stay in the same spot all the time. And only our main character, after death, reverts back to, like, you know, where he shipwrecked. So this dude, he keeps on challenging the current king for, you know, the right to be king, position of power. And he dies all the time. He gets killed all the time. So, you know, it's pretty funny. Instead of a sword battle, it's like, how about this time, the fight for the crown, instead of being bronze, how about we use brains? And then they do a chess battle. And then, you know, he loses and still dies. Then we have this funny montage of him constantly losing, constantly dying. You know, it was pretty funny. Until he gets tired of it. And then he goes up this mountain, keeps on getting these, like, magical items, constantly dying to get them too. Getting these magical items and armor to fight the king. Well, the magic does nothing to the king. He's just like, man, I'm tired of killing you. Here, just take the crown. He takes it, and then the king reveals he has a treasure chest full of crowns. Well, this dude, he took the crown, realizes, you know, he's nothing with it. You know? He has the crown, but he has no friends. So what he does is instead he forges the crown into a prosthetic arm for his one and only friend. He gives the arm to his friend, and then they watch the sunset. And then that's how the episode ends. You know, I didn't really understand much about this episode. I didn't know the game origin. But it was at least a fun episode. You know, there was a funny death montage. And it had a very, very nice, heartwarming ending. So, you know, I like it. So far, out of the 3 episodes, episode 1 is my least favorite, just because the plot didn't really make that much sense to me, compared to the 2nd and 3rd episode. Anyway, so I see here that, yeah, the first 8 episodes all released on the same day, and then a week after that, the rest of the episodes. Probably a smart choice to release multiple episodes at once, given how short these episodes are, and given it's more of an anthology series. I mean, a couple episodes here that I'm absolutely more excited to watch. You know, obviously, the Pac-Man episode, that's the one I want to see the most. I also want to see the Mega Man episode, the Concord episode. A lot of other ones I don't really know. I think I heard of Spelunky, but what was that game again? Ah. Seeing this game, yeah, I've only ever heard it in name. I never played or seen it. You remember that meme? That meme a couple years ago, dancing to this theme? You know, that fat dude dancing to this theme? Remember how funny that was? I still can't believe this music is a Pokemon gym battle theme. You can basically just hear the name Toby Fox in this song. And once again, it still blows my mind that these days, the Pokemon company, you know, Pokemon, is synonymous with these like crazy over-the-top tunes. Ever since Toby Fox made songs for Sword and Shield, they've just become intertwined. Doesn't anyone else find music just fascinating? You know, you have like the same 8 notes, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, it's 7. Not even 8. You have 7 notes. Yes, I know you have like major... Oh my god, I don't remember anymore. I don't remember the music notes, music terms anymore. You have like, you know, the sharps and flats for each note as well. You know, you have your A sharps, you have your B flats or whatever. But doesn't it baffle anyone else, the fact that there's only 7 notes for music, and that you can create basically like endless songs, endless tunes, infinite kinds of music? Obviously you have different melodies you can make, different instruments you can play on, but like still, there's only 7 different notes on different pitches, you know? And then you have only so many variations with those notes, being sharps and flats. And I can only imagine how hard it is to come up with original sounding music. And you know, the more music, the more songs that get made, the harder it will be to create original sounding tunes. Because, you know, some of them are bound to sound like, hey, that kind of sounds like this. That kind of sounds like that. You know, speaking of some upbeat tunes, some upbeat crazy tunes that we can't believe are Pokemon. Well, I see out the corner of my eye that my sister just got home. So, you know, it's a good thing I have my door closed, otherwise my dogs will go crazy. You know something else I did today that I forgot to mention? So, I almost cried today after doing this. My sister sent me a screenshot asking me to go over to the nearby mystery box store because she saw online that they had posted, if you're looking for this loose one, you know, come by, basically. So, you know, mystery boxes, if you don't get the one you want inside, what you can do is, if the store allows, of course, you can trade it in, and then, you know, if someone else has something, the more people they trade in, then you could trade for something else, you know, basically. So you give the one back. The mystery one you got isn't the one you wanted, you could trade it in for something else. And, my god, I almost cried after buying it because of how expensive it was. And it was loose, too. Meaning, it was already opened, somebody didn't want it and, you know, returned it. So it was loose. You know, I don't remember how this sounds. The Blueberry Academy Elite Four. I don't remember how this sounds. Excuse me, I need to charge this for a second. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, it's moved. The 3DS has moved. I gotta recenter it now. Fuck! Sounds like a Bowser level. So I helped my sister buy one of those loose mystery box prizes. Shit came out to $55 plus tax. So after tax, I paid $62.15. I almost cried. $62 for a little doll. For these mystery box shits. $62. And that was already cheaper. That was already cheap. Because it was loose. It wasn't a, wrapped, unopened, completely sealed mystery box. Where you don't know what you're gonna get inside. Oh my god, $62? For a little plush? My amiibos aren't even that expensive. And I felt guilty spending, like after tax, almost $25 on an amiibo. Let's say, minimum wage, 15 bucks. 4 hours of work isn't even enough to cover one of those. 4 hours with minimum wage, that's $60. That's still not enough to buy one of these. You need minimum 5 hours of work just to buy one of these damn plushes. These damn keychain dolls. And after you buy one, God forbid you don't get the one you want from the mystery box. You know what's sad to think, actually? And it's not the first time people have stated this. It's sad that, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were actually pretty good games. Or they had the potential to be really good games. The story was pretty good. The graphics, for the most part, was pretty good, is just the lack of polish. If the game was actually polished, free of bugs, or at least, you know, free of a good chunk of the bugs, then it would actually be a really great game. Unfortunately, you know, what we got was an unfinished mess, which tainted the game's reputation. Which is such a great shame. If the game really was polished, it would have been an actual, genuine, fantastic game. Oh well, some other parallel timeline, we actually did receive a completed, polished game. And, you know, Scarlet and Violet would have been met with nothing but praise. But, you know, that's another timeline. Oh yeah, I didn't actually look into this yet. I think I saw something today about Victini in Pokemon Go. Okay, so it's not a shiny Victini. Shame. Ugh. At this point, I feel like I've hatched 1,000 Sneasel eggs since the last shiny, and nothing. Ugh. Well, I just hatched the last egg from this picnic. Alright, I'm about to set up another picnic, and hopefully this time I don't botch it. Ugh. Oh, you know what I just... Oh, man. Oh, the music's over. I was just looking through a... of all things, because of course, I was looking through an amiibo list, and I just got reminded of, you know, what I've wanted to do for a long time. And it's like, well, I kinda should get a start on it. And that is to get every possible combination for the Monster Hunter amiibos. There are 5 Monster Hunter amiibos where the characters riding on the, you know, the dragons on themselves can interchange. And I want to get every possible combination. So that means I need every single one of them. Like, I need like 6 of every single one of them. Oh man, I should probably get started on that. Like, you know, maybe once a month buy one off of eBay. Because if I don't start now, well, they're only going to get more rare, more expensive down the future. Maybe I'll look into that tomorrow. Oh yeah, something else I still need to eBay is a dark turbocharged Donkey Kong. I'm going to look on eBay right now. What are the prices for those looking like? Okay, so the very first one I'm seeing is like $70. Of course, it's gonna be open because you know they're not gonna sell the entire box with the game and the whatever else, you know. Yep. It looks like bare minimum to get my hands on one of these is gonna be like 50 bucks. Which, fine. You know, I just got curious. I looked on eBay just now. Because can you guys believe it? I still don't have this. The Shadow Mewtwo Amiibo card, I actually don't have. And I see one here for, you know, it being brand new, still in a wrapper for $40 Canadian plus $8 shipping. So, like, you know, 50 bucks for a piece of cardboard, but it's a rare piece of cardboard that I don't have. And it's not like it's easy these days to find a Shadow Mewtwo Amiibo card. I might actually do this. And from what I see on the listing, the fucking seller is in Toronto anyways. Hell, if I wanted to, I could just drive over and just pick it up myself. But you know, it's like $8 for shipping. It's $8, I'll live. I've been itching to spend money lately, because there's just nothing for me to browse and buy, you know? I'm bored. You know, I'm saving up my money, and for what? Food? Bills? Stability one day? You know, it's like that SpongeBob meme, remember? Well, not really meme, but SpongeBob moments is like, we want to spend money. We want to spend money. What do we want? Krabby Patties. Why do we want them? To spend money. I think I'll go until this picnic is over. I got 18 more minutes on this picnic. I think I'll go. I think I'll go once the picnic's over. I don't want to spend too long here tonight because I do need to wake up early tomorrow morning. And I'll be honest, I forgot to send a postcard to... I forgot to send a postcard from Pokemon Go to my Violet game. And I need to do that before midnight. Maybe that's a bit loud. Sorry, I just had to reply to something. there's a hint of tragicness to this song. You know, there's a theory on what Void Termina is. It's a brand new Kirby being born into the world, but born without love. So it's actually a destructive force. So, you know, Kirby and crew need to take it down. God, it's been a long time since I played Star Allies. I may want to hop on the game again, because it's been so long. I barely remember the game anymore. I remember it being just okay, you know? This theme is also awesome. Does that count as a voice crack? I don't know how much you heard just now. That was just me drinking water. Which you should be doing too. Right now. Oh, you just took a sip? Well, drink some more. Remember the days where I would have to collect eggs throughout the day and then pre-walk them? Yeah, I don't miss those days. Man, I'm tired. Ugh. The fuck? I'm seeing this listing for the retro Smash amiibos. Duck Hunt, Rob, and Game & Watch. Why is Rob painted blue? They're selling this for $55. Oh look, $9 shipping. So $64. Let's see, is this the song I'm thinking of? Yes, it is. Remember, I never finished this game. I do want to one day. Holy shit, this game came out in 2009? So I asked my uncle for this as a gift in 2009. That was 16 years ago. I just took a quick glance on eBay to see how much it is. It's like 40, 50 bucks to buy a copy of this game. It's actually not that bad. Wait, it re-released on 3DS? Did it? Why do I not remember this? Surely if it re-released, I would have bought it. No, it wasn't a 3DS re-release. Was it? Maybe it was. I don't remember it re-releasing on 3DS. January 2019 worldwide. Why do I not remember this? January 2019 actually feels like not long ago, but in reality that was like 6 years ago. It was 6 years ago. January. It was 6 years ago. Holy shit, I'm old. Oh, right. Who remembers the Sanrio Hello Kitty Animal Crossing cards? Oh, right. I remember how hype it was to get those back then. I think I have a pack of them. Wow, I completely forgot about them. Hold on, I just gotta respond to a text. Hi there. I'm gonna be on here for like 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it for tonight. I just texted my friends something I saw online. We talking about like how he is gonna find a girlfriend this year, because we're joking around like who's quote unquote winning this year. You know, who's gonna win, basically who's gonna find a girlfriend this year. Sure as hell ain't gonna be me. It's been a while. How have I been? I've been alright. I was sick the past week, but I'm feeling much better now. How have you been? Oops. So anyways, yeah, I remember seeing this meme a couple days ago. You know, it was basically a couple fighting, and then she's just like, "You're not gonna do anything to fight back? You're not gonna do anything?" And then him, it's all a joke, you know, it's all satire. He pulls a wig out the closet, and he's just like, "Joke's on you, I identify as a woman," and then goes in for a punch. Modern problems require modern solutions. So, basically, that's what I just did to, as a joke to my friends. He's just like, how are you gonna find him a girlfriend this year? I basically responded, I'm gonna feed him some more so he gets some meat on his bones, because this walking skeleton of a man is too skinny. I literally offered to, you know, have some lunch with this guy from now and then, just because he's too skinny. One of my friends responded, he should just date you at this point, referring to me. So, as a joke, I replied, I identify as a woman. We are a couple now. You win this year. Modern problems require modern solutions. Anyways, you changed your name. It's the dude who helped with the sandwiches. Hey, what's up? It's been a while. What you been up to this past little while? Nothing? Called your sister today? How'd that go? She wants to move to the USA? Interesting, interesting. Any particular reason, or she just wants a change of scenery? She's the only sibling who's not in the USA? Ah, I see. What do you think of my setup? Clearly, I don't have a capture card for my 3DS, so we just gotta do it this way, pointing a camera at the screen. You, your brother, and your other sister live in the USA? Nice. Oh, she was not born here? Ah. I see. You know, I kind of can't imagine, you know, siblings, or, you know, being siblings and living in different countries. It's kind of weird to me. It's like, if I move to a different country where my sister clearly isn't. But that, you know, that's the case for my parents. All of my mom's siblings, not even siblings, all of my mom's family, aside from us, are in Hong Kong, literally the other side of the planet. My dad, though, not exactly. My dad's brother and, you know, father are here. My dad's other brother, who I guess he had a falling out with, is also in Hong Kong. I've only met the guy once. I didn't even know he existed. I met him once, like, oof. When was that? 15 years ago? And I never spoke to him since. I don't think my dad has spoken to him since. Just because, you know, I guess something happened between these two? I don't know. Oh, she's in Europe. Nice. Well, hope you've been well. You know, it has definitely been a while since, you know, you popped up. Hope life has been treating you good. Busy with college? Yeah, I feel that. College sucked for me. You're not near California, are you? Also, for context, your siblings' ages range from 15 to 20, and I am not near there. Oh, I'm not near that age range anymore myself. Oh, don't I feel old? You are not near California? Okay, that's a relief. You're 19. Oh, so you just got into college. Yeah, I know. College is a big step up from just high school. Your oldest sister is 20. My sister is almost 30. College is easier. Well, I'm glad you feel that way. I sure as hell didn't. College made me absolutely not want to continue. Ahem. I mean, people can argue college is easier, you know, 1 class a week per class. So you have like 4 classes, that's only 4 classes a week. You know, God forbid if you have 2 of them on the same day, because that sucks. And God forbid if you have one at like 8 in the morning. It's interesting to hear the options for someone not from the USA. Oh, opinions. Oops. I clearly didn't learn to read when in college. Yeah, it's also fascinating getting some insight from America as well. Then again, majority of people who view me are from America, so it's like, yeah. Your younger sister's opinions on the USA are interesting? Really? It feels like these days a lot of opinions on the US are fascinating. Do I even need to mention all of the woke media? And how infuriating they are? I'm gonna do like, I don't know, 3 more resets and then I'm gonna end. It's getting late. I need to wake up early tomorrow. Excuse me. Well, it was great to see you again. You know. Best wishes with college. Stay strong. Don't let college overwhelm you like it did me. And, you know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm confident you're a smart person, unlike yours truly, who failed college 3 times. So, you got this. You'll try to stop by soon? Appreciate that. No pressure, of course. I'll still be here doing the same thing. Alright, I think this will be the last one for tonight. No shiny tonight. Well, that's okay. Tonight was just the first one for Latias. Alright, I'm gonna call it for tonight. I need to go to bed soon. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for stopping by once again. It's great to see you again. Good luck with college. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Goodbye.